Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Lesson 13. Understanding Media. Knowledge Acquisition. 1. Media and Democracy. Understanding media. Media is the plural form of the word medium. In general terms, media refers to various means of communication like radio, television, newspapers, magazines, and cinema. Now, internet is also increasingly accepted as a form of media. They are the communication channels through which news, entertainment, education, data, or promotional messages are disseminated. Therefore, their powers of manipulating people are the subject of much discussion. Communication is defined as the passing of ideas, information, and attitudes from person to person. Technological inventions such as telegraph, telephone, gramophone, wireless, television, radio, computer chip, internet, mobile camera phones, and the use of satellites brought about a revolution in communications. All these developments have taken place during a period which has seen vast economic and political changes. Along with the mass production of goods, the active participation of the people in the politics of their countries began to transform the face of democracy. Mass media plays a significant role in shaping the working of a democracy. These means of mass communication include newspapers, films, radio, and television. Of these, the newspaper is the oldest medium, having come into being in some countries not long after the invention of printing. Rest are new and are products of modern technology. Today, online newspapers are almost as popular as printed ones. Today's newspaper uses a vast array of technological tools, both in terms of news or information gathering, transmission, as well as printing. The new communications and mass media have had a deep impact on the society in every part of the world. They have created new types of consumerism, new occupations, new art forms, and new ways of influencing and even controlling people. The mass audience, the recipients of information that they have created, is an entirely new phenomenon in human history. The mass media are equally forms of mass entertainment. These developments have brought the world closer in terms of ideas, information, and attitudes. This is similar to the process by which developments in transport shrank and brought the peoples of the world closer. The mass media have also created problems for which solutions have to be found. Media and technology. The following agencies help in formulating public opinion. Print media. In today's world, people come to know of the events and happenings across the globe through two sources, the print media and the electronic media. The press, through the newspapers, magazines and journals, print the major news items that occur all over the world in the last 24 hours or more. The press has always played an important role in formulating public opinions. Newspaper reports help in shaping public opinion. People may form differing perceptions based on correct reporting. Correct reporting is again dependent on the freedom of the press. Sometimes, the press may treat news subjectively. In addition to newspapers, the role played by magazines is equally important in the formulation of public opinion. In a country like India, where regional languages are so important, magazines in regional languages play an important role in informing the people about the events and happenings in India and in the world. Electronic media. Importance of radio, television, or cinema in the formulation of public opinion can never be exaggerated, especially in a country like India, where illiteracy rate is quite high. In fact, radio reaches more people than newspapers or magazines. For illiterates, radio or television is a boon. Radio can reach anyone who cares to listen. You will see people crowding around a pawn shop or a tea stall or a community center in a village or small town or even in a big city, listening to the cricket commentary or news. You will often find that when important announcements like the election results are to be made, radio sets are placed in the village chopar for the villagers to know the result. They not only listen to the results but react and give their opinions, which in turn help in the shaping the public opinion. Television is another media which not only gives the news of the country and the world, it also entertains people. People enjoy movies, serials, plays, cartoons, and skits broadcast on television. There was a time when people used to watch films in cinema halls. Now, television is an equally good and cheaper option. However, even today people go to cinema halls in large numbers. Cinemas often show common problems like untouchability, casteism, dowry, or subjects like poverty and gender bias. What one sees in cinema or in television serial leaves an impact on his/her mind and influences his/her thoughts and actions. It influences public opinion in either a healthy or a harmful way. The harmful effects have to be checked and measures have to be taken where the media can play a positive and constructive role. Besides these agencies, voluntary organizations, political parties, etc. play an important role in forming the public opinion. In a democracy, the government and the governed have to be patient and tolerant. The government should pay keen attention to public opinion, but play a moderating and secular role. People must learn to tolerate differences. The press can give expression to the opinions of all sections of the society. In a democracy, power is not the monopoly of any political party. Today's mass media has become a means of money making. And most of the channels and newspapers are part of the big business houses. Do you know, media is considered the fourth pillar of the state all over the world. It is the backbone of democracy. Media and democracy. Public opinion. Democracy seeks people's opinion on different issues. It derives its authority from the people. So, to a great extent, it depends on public opinion. In a representative democracy, a government cannot ignore people's reaction to its policies. Strong public opinion plays a significant role in the formation of government. Public opinion helps in creating such a condition where the government cannot afford to misrule or neglect the country. An enlightened citizen cannot be taken for a ride by the government. The government also knows that ignoring the aspirations of public will soon make it unpopular, and there will be less chances of its returning to power. Several groups have come forward with several means of communication for covering local issues which focus sharply the day-to-day events of local people in that locality. Many people use community radio to tell farmers about the prices of different crops and advise them about the use of seeds and fertilizers. Others make documentary films with fairly cheap and easily available video cameras on real-life conditions faced by different poor communities, while some filmmakers have highlighted the plight of marginalized social groups. For example, Holy Cross Community Radio was launched on 26 December 2006 as a new initiative of Holy Cross College, Trichy. It reached in and around 10 kilometers of the college. The target audience of this radio initiates were the women from Dharmanathpuram and Jiva Nagar areas, which are the major slum areas in Trichy. One of Holy Cross's favorite programs, Pudhya Jannam, was initiated on 19 June 2007. Pudhya Jannam, meaning new birth, buttresses community awareness through interactive programs on health, hygiene and other factors of daily importance. Setting agendas. Through media, we come to know about the working of the government. The print media gives information to citizens in a free society, as is typical of a true democracy. The media decides what is of great importance and thus sets the agenda of news such as social, political, economic, cultural, etc. The government can, at times, prevent the media from publishing any news. This is called censorship. However, it is important for us to carefully assess the truth of any piece of information that a news report provides us, because information may be incomplete, biased or one-sided. Post-independence India has seen a social churning, and thus social movements have concentrated on environmental issues, forest rights, farmers' rights, treatment of Dalits, language concerns, division of states along linguistic lines, creation of new states out of existing ones to suit popular aspirations. Tribal movements have been instrumental in the formation of at least two new states of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, water issues, etc. The media has played a vital role in highlighting these movements. Of more recent importance have been the struggles for the right to information, the right to employment, movements against child labor and consumer protection. In recent times, we have seen the news of people protesting against the judgments of the lower courts. The public perception was that rules and regulations are made only for the poor, and rich and powerful can get away with little or no punishment. These mass movements resulted in judicial intervention. Of particular importance was the movement launched by MKSIS, Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, and Parivartan to get the right to information implemented in India. Parivartan, founded by Arvind Kejriwal, is a Delhi-based citizens' movement trying to ensure a just, transparent, and accountable governance. This movement stressed on the accountability of the governing bodies. The Act applies to all states and union territories of India except Jammu and Kashmir. Right to information. The Right to Information (RTI) Act 2005 is meant to empower the public to seek performance-related information from the government and to collect data to help them prove the administration's incompetence, cupidity, or apathy. The movement has been gradually gathering momentum in different parts of the country. Power without accountability is always sweeter than power with responsibility for the individual enjoying it. But it is a disaster for any democratic system. The RTI movement is not for or against particular individuals. It simply aims at making the system more efficient. The Act has already chalked up an impressive record of successful outcomes, where justice has been meted out to offenders. Moreover, exemplary punishments have been awarded to officials who failed to furnish the information asked for within the stipulated time. The need for accountability has thus been reinforced as never before, and may be construed as a milestone on the path to a more effective democracy. The Right to Information Act 2005 has proved to be a boon across communities, professions, and issues in bringing to light a host of social ills or bureaucratic lapses, while also exposing several unhealthy practices in governance. Its activities typically include support for the inclusion of media in law school syllabi, and even activation of laws lying dormant in the statute books, etc. These all will go a long way towards creating a healthy media governance interface and a better deal for the common man. Effective protections against restrictive legislation may be self-regulation and media accountability. A government cannot challenge press freedom when the reporters and editors of the mass media perform at a professional level, verify facts, and adopt a balanced approach in presenting the news. Therefore, training and media law reform may go hand in hand. It is necessary to highlight 4 principal themes essential to the understanding of media in democracy. Need for anti-defamation law. notably as regards when and how the mass media can be held responsible and punished for controversial, embarrassing, or inaccurate information about public officials, public figures, or private individuals. Issues related to mass media and national security, particularly the government's ability to censor or to restrict access to information. Protection of the sources of news. Government ownership, control, and regulation of the mass media. The Right to Information Act, 2005, caters to the need for the explicit, enforceable right of journalists and citizens to gain access to government and corporate information. It undertakes activities to encourage greater accountability, public awareness and involvement, and the rule of law. Removing barriers to information access. Access to information, entry to means of production and distribution, and the right to present different viewpoints are as essential to democracy as they are to free media. Some of these barriers will be removed or reduced as soon as the laws are seen to work and exemplary punishments are awarded. More subtle issues will need to be addressed in cases where there is sufficient respect for freedom of the press and expression. However, many times media fails to address or ignore several issues significant to our lives. The problem of drinking water is a major problem in our country. Case study: Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, MKSIS, champion of right to information in rural Rajasthan. Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan is a grassroots organization formed in 1990 in rural Rajasthan. Its main aim was to change the lives of poor people in rural areas through struggle and constructive programs. It has taken up to core issues of the landless peasants, redistribution of land and granting of minimum wages. In Rajasthan, droughts are common. During a drought, the people either migrate or work at the famine relief work sites. This could be building a road, digging a well, or desilting ponds, lakes, etc. The laborers at the famine relief sites were not paid their full minimum wage. When they demanded to be paid minimum wages on public works, they were refused that the grounds that they did not work. The laborers questioned this response, but the officials replied that the records could prove that they did not work. The records in question were measurement books which were filled by the junior engineer. The laborers then demanded to see the records. But they were told by the administrators that they could not see the records because according to the Official Secrets Act, 1923, all these records were state secrets. This infuriated the laborers, who resolved to get access to those records. It was at this point of time that the movement for the right to information began. The people identified totally with the cause. For them it was a battle for their survival. The struggle illustrated that the right to information was not just a component of people's right to freedom of speech and expression, art. 19, but was also a part of their fundamental rights under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, the right to life and liberty. The villagers made a large section of enlightened opinion to understand the necessity of access to records of government. From that struggle arose a number of slogans that have been used by the MKSIS in its various phases of agitation. Slogans such as Our Money, Our Account, The Right to Know, The Right to Live, This Government Belongs to You and Me, It's No One's Personal Property. To achieve these goals, the MKSIS organized sit-ins, rallies, as well as lobbying with government. Cultural and innovative ways in communicating the ideas were also used through music, puppets, street theatre, etc. When the initial phase of agitation began with a sit-in, the government of Rajasthan reluctantly passed an order giving the people the right to inspect records and get certified photocopies. While inspecting the records of a village council, the MKSS found a great deal of irregularities and malpractices. From this emerged the techniques of the public hearing, which has been used as a tool in unearthing many scams in development projects. Usually, in a public hearing, the MKSS first obtains the records pertaining to the public works carried out by the village council in the last 5 years. Once the documents are accessed, the Sangathan takes the records to each village where the work is said to have been executed, and then testimonies are sought from the villagers and the laborers who were employed on the site. The MKKS also does site verifications with the laborers and villagers. On the day of the public hearing in front of the General Assembly of the villagers, the details are read out and testimonies sought. A panel of experts from various fields is invited to the public hearing, including lawyers, journalists, academicians, and government officials. The panel is also allowed to cross-examine and ask for clarifications. The malpractices usually uncovered are purchase overbilling, sale overbilling, fake labor roles, underpayment of wages, and fake works. In most cases, the public hearing causes a rapid escalation in payments. People who have not been paid for years, who have been denied payment despite repeated visits to the Sarpanch, find themselves being paid overnight. Many times, the Sarpanch himself comes to the laborer and pays him, thereby obviating the need for him/her to go and testify at the public hearing. There have also been cases where, after the public hearing and an embezzlement being proved, the Sarpanch has indeed paid back the amount into the Panchayat exchequer. Action has been initiated against officials who have been involved in embezzlement. Advertising refers to the promotion of goods, services, companies, and ideas through a medium, usually by an identified sponsor or agent. There are different ways of attracting public attention and conveying the message. The different methods of advertising are discussed in the following order. A. Indoor advertising. 1. Press publicity. It is the cheapest and most common form of publicity. It has become very effective due to growth of literacy and spread of printing technology. The different forms of indoor advertising are newspapers, magazines, journals, and business publications. 1. Newspapers. There are several types of newspapers such as daily, weekly, morning, evening, regional or national, in English, Hindi and local languages. Because of their reach, advertisers find them an effective device for passing important announcements and informing the public customers about various matters. In selecting a newspaper, the advertiser must consider extent of circulation, time of issue, leadership, language of publication, editorial policy, etc. 2. Magazines and journals. Magazines offer selective reading and have a longer life than newspapers. Otherwise known as periodicals, these provide information as well as relaxation to consumers during their leisure time. The range of articles is limitless and may include short stories, fiction, literature, fun, sports, films, astrology, medicine, or politics. Besides these, there are trade journals, business publications, house organs, and professional magazines. They can be classified into biweekly, weekly, fortnightly, quarterly or monthly, general or special readership, and magazines for women, youth, children or adults, and finally, pocket books ranging from standard to large size. 2. Broadcast, audiovisual, publicity. Such messages directly impact our ears and eyes. Commercial advertisements are often slipped into TV programs, music serials, or films to provide infotainment, a new category of audiovisual medium that informs and entertains. A large number of products are advertised through this method, using radio, film, TV, and video. B. Outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising is more institutional than product-oriented in nature. The primary objective is to catch the eye of persons on the move. Brief but punchy messages are displayed at strategic areas like walls, street corners, traffic centers, and highways for instant effect and wide exposure. Outdoor advertising can be done through posters, billboards, banners, subways, sandwich men, clowns, electric and neon signs, field signs, vehicles, blimps, kiosks on electricity poles, umbrellas and stickers. C. Direct advertising. Direct advertising is aimed at reaching consumers without the need of an intermediary to establish a connection. It is done by sending printed messages by mail, through retail outlets, distributed on thoroughfares, enclosed in packages, or delivered door to door. The purpose is primarily to build goodwill by selling the name of the institution more than the products. Here the appeal is direct but impersonal. It is important to identify the target audience, that is, those individuals to whom the message should be sent, the manner of communication and preparation as well as updating of mailing list. Supplied free of cost, they provide ample information, explain details, and use impressive persuasive presentation. The forms of direct publicity are as follows: 1. Circulars, 2. Sales letters, 3. Leaflets, 4. Folders, 5. Booklets, 6. Catalog and price list, 7. Brochure, 8. Stuffer, 9. Broadside, 10. House organ, 11. Postage-free business reply card. 12. Free samples, 13. Discount coupons, 14. Dealer aids, 15. Package inserts, 16. Date card, and 17. Calendars, diaries. D. Display advertising. It is also known as point of purchase, POP, or promotional advertising. Its main objective is to impact the customers at the point of purchase itself, allowing them to see and examine the articles. This is not possible in other types of publicity. There is much creativity involved in making attractive and orderly arrangement of POP products, since these can often trigger impulse buying. A good display, whether in a show window or on floor, extends a silent but warm invitation to enter a shop and examine the features and services related to goods exhibited. Types of display may be categorized as follows: 1. Interior, counter, display. 2. Exterior display. 3. Showroom, showcase and show window. 4. Exhibitions and trade fairs. 5. Product launches. We already know that media is the plural form of the word medium. Medium means a channel through which a concept is delivered. As a medium, therefore, advertising is a means of delivering a sales message. It is a means of passing relevant information to customers. Every producer wants to be in touch with old consumers as well as to attract the new ones. Advertising does precisely this. It bridges the gap between the products and their customers. There are a number of media open for the advertiser to select. While selecting the proper medium of advertisement, the facts of economy and effect of publicity should be taken into consideration. An advertisement may appear anywhere, from a newspaper or even calendar. Society and advertising. Advertising is business as well as a social process. No one in society can quite escape from its reach. Its effects are felt at conscious as well as subconscious levels. Whether it actually benefits society or not is debatable. In general, its benefits may be considered as under 1. It creates awareness about living standards. Though advertising educates the masses about the possibilities of better lifestyles, it can also be a destructive force since it can arouse resentment about the existing standard of living. The standard of living depends on the national income and its distribution on one hand, whereas the consumption pattern depends on the disposable income. Where incomes are low and the majority products and services are aimed at the affluent sections of society, it can persuade people to overspend and ruin their financial stability. Credit cards are infamous for doing this. 2. It can adversely affect the public psyche. While it can raise production, reduce prices of goods, and increase employment and income levels, the incessant bombardment of advertisements relating to high-end consumer products can also generate deep, simmering resentment in a poor society like India's. At quite another level, rampant materialism can erode traditional value systems and corrode one's feeling of self-worth. 3. It generates employment opportunities. Advertising is capable of generating employment opportunities directly and indirectly for those who are talented and courageous. Direct employment opportunities are aplenty in the ever-growing field of advertising. It is a highly specialized and challenging area, requiring the combined talents of artists, painters, photographers, content writers, singers, composers, musicians, carpenters, pressmen, actors and actresses, technicians, travel agents, location scouts, and financial executives. These people handle these delicate tasks meticulously. Indirectly, it has generated employment by supporting industries that supply the inputs such as paper, paints, cloth, colors and dyes, energy, electronic gadgets, plastic, steel and other metal and non-metal industries. 4. It opens new vistas of knowledge. Advertising can be a great educator. Every advertiser has something unique to share with the society at large. It can also be a great facilitator. Prospective employers and their ideal candidates can connect. Matrimonial ads bring brides and bridegrooms together. Some announce the arrival of a baby, while others announce the departure of the old, and producers speak of the products, services or ideas they wish people to buy. Each advertisement is a chunk of information and has an underlying theme. To convey the central idea, the advertisement copy tells a story, gives statistical data, narrates an incident, and uses enchanting illustrations of places that we would have otherwise never heard of. An advertisement uses personal emotion to grab the attention of the public. 5. It should relate to the culture of a nation. Culture is a man-made environment in which we live along with others. It reflects our values of life. These values are subject to change and are driven by changes in social, political, economic and ethical arena, though not all of which are good or desirable. The cultural function of advertising is to understand and reflect the value structure of the society within which it operates. Advertising within the limits set by a culture has the potential to create new expectations and aspirations in the minds of consumers. Thus, an advertisement uses personal emotion to promote its own ends. The concept of social advertising is no longer new. In social advertising, government, NGOs and even celebrities join hands to spread the social message among the people. Amitabh Bachchan has been constantly spreading the message of polio vaccination. These messages are generally used to make the masses aware of health and moral issues. Meaning of consumer awareness. This is the era of consumerism. In a modern capitalistic society, the consumer is king. Knowledge of consumer rights, which promote protection of consumers, is called consumer awareness. Millions of products are churned out to cater to the preference of consumers. Markets are full of domestic goods as well as foreign commodities. This promotes free trade, a globalized economy, and cross-border amity. A lot of money is being spent by producers or marketing companies on advertisements. Advertisements inform people about new products on the market shelves in order to create demand. Keywords: media, avenues and tools of communication, public opinion, views of the general public, advertising, techniques and practices used to promote ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor for a specific audience. Consumer, end user, one that acquires goods or services for direct use rather than for resale or use in production. Consumerism, a movement or policy which aims at regulating the quality and standard of products or services in the interests of the buyer or consumer. Sponsor, a person or a company that pays for a radio or television program or for a concert or sporting event, usually in return for advertising. Verdict, judgment passed by the court. Let's revise. Media is the plural form of the word medium. It refers to means of communication like radio, television, newspaper, magazine, and cinema. Media, both print and electronic, formulate public opinion. Right to Information, RTI, Act 2005 is meant to empower the public to seek performance-related information from the government. Advertising refers to the promotion of goods, services, companies and ideas, usually through an identified sponsor or agent. The different methods of advertising are: indoor advertising, includes press publicity and broadcast publicity; outdoor advertising, direct advertising and display advertising. Advertising is business as well as social process. The rights of consumers are protected by the Consumer Protection Act, 1986. Consumers should also be aware of their duties.
Like, share and subscribe.